up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching NorCal Daily Driven. My name's Salim, and just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on. So spent the last couple of weeks wrenching on the ZR1, put a bunch of mods on it. So we got the ported snout, 4.5 inch intake. We got a Nick Williams 102 throttle body on it. We got welded bricks by Kong Performance. We got an E85 flex fuel sensor, 1050 injectors. I changed the spark plugs to be one step colder. We got a Kong expansion tank on there, so that's another 1.25 gallons of fluid running through the intercooler, so we get some better heat dissipation. Oh, and we got a 2.45 Grip-Tech pulley on there, so we get up the boost a little bit. So I got all that on there. The only thing that I wasn't able to get on there was I wasn't able to slip on the supercharger pulley because everything's so tight. So right now we're on our way to GP Tuning, or Matt at GP Tuning. He works out of a shop. It's not his, but he tunes there out in the Bay Area. So we got the car on the trailer. Not sure you guys can see it back there. But we got it trailered up this morning. We're heading down there. Hopefully Matt and the guy down there can get the belt on, or with this help we can get the belt on, and they're gonna start tuning it. So first it's gonna get tuned on 91 pump gas, and then once that tune is dialed in, they're gonna get the E85 in there, and then we're gonna tune it for E85. So hopefully everything goes well today, guys. I'll update you as we get there. We'll get some dyno videos, and then we'll get some first drive impressions maybe later today, if not tomorrow or something like that. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll fill you in when we get there. Thanks. Alright, guys, so an update since the last video. I know we were on the way to the dyno. We were going to GP Tuning to get tuned by Matt over there. And like I was telling you guys on the drive down, we had an issue as far as not being able to get the supercharger belt on. So I didn't think it was going to be too big of a deal. I thought maybe when I get there, Matt knows some tricks or whatever, or the guys at that shop there, they know some tricks on how to get the belt on. But unfortunately it didn't go as planned. We got there, we unloaded the car in front of the shop. We told Matt, like, hey, here's the situation, we can't get the belt on, like, it's a super tight fit. I spoke to Greg Kong, like, he was telling me, you know, it shouldn't be that bad, you just, you know, loosen up the tensioner and slide it on. But it wasn't that easy. Something wasn't right. And when Matt was looking at it, he was saying that that was the right belt, but for some reason it's just tighter than he's normally seen it. So my brother, who was in the truck with me, you saw him in the video, he helped me drive down. He helped pull the car down there with his truck, and we got a trailer from U-Haul. Me, him, and Matt were in the parking lot in front of the shop, and we were basically trying to wrestle this belt on. My brother had the tensioner loosened up with the breaker bar, and Matt was trying to slip the belt on while I was trying to help, and it just wasn't happening. And 2 seconds later, we snapped the tensioner. So once you snap the tensioner, you really can't do anything because you can't loosen up that pulley to gain that, in order to gain that extra slack or clearance to slip the belt over. So it was a fail of a day. We had to load the car back up and come all the way back to Sacramento. And if you live in this area, you know, from Sacramento to that part of South San Francisco, especially on Friday in traffic, it was a 3-hour drive home, which should only be like an 1.5-hour drive in, which that's what it was in the morning. But on the way back, we basically drove 3 hours to get home in order to just dump the car. But before I left, Matt asked me, hey, did you cut a rib off the belt? It's a 12-rib belt, and the supercharger system is an 11-rib system. And I was like, no, I didn't even know anything about that. No one told me that I had to cut the rib off the belt. He's like, yeah, you should have cut the rib off the belt. I was like, well, too late now, right? We broke the tensioner. What are we going to do? So when I got home, I ordered a new tensioner. I cut the rib off the belt, slapped the new tensioner when it came on, slapped it on. My wife held the breaker bar open on the tensioner, and sure enough, the belt just slipped right on. And I was just pissed off because the whole day was gone. And more so than the day, Matt at GP Tuning was saying that his next opening was in August, which is 2 months or 3 months from when my initial date was. And I was like, no way, I'm waiting 3 months. So long story short, guys, we got a new appointment with Rick at Synergy Motorsports here in Livermore, which is in the Bay Area also. It's like an 1.5-hour drive from Sacramento. I sent the car to him last weekend on a flatbed tow truck. With my AAA tow. And then he said that he was going to get to it this week. and I didn't think he was gonna get to it that fast. But Monday he hits me up, asked me some questions, what mods are on the car. We went through it, got really thorough, and by Monday afternoon, late afternoon, right before he closed, like 5 o'clock,
2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 51 toward Isabel Avenue.
He sent me an email saying that the car was all done, it's all tuned. So he got it tuned on 91 and got it tuned on E85. It's all done. If you haven't heard about Synergy Motorsports, you guys should look it up. Rick is like one of the other top guys in the Bay Area that does a lot of tuning, and I'm surprised he had an opening that short notice, but he got it in, he got it done. So me and my wife are going down there right now to pick it up. I should be getting there in a few minutes, so hopefully I can get you guys a video of when I'm getting there. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for any dyno videos. I told Rick if he could get a video of it, so we'll see if he took anything. I mean, I know he's a busy guy, so he might not, he might have. If we get lucky, it'll be in this video. Alright guys, so here it is. Just picked it up from Synergy, or picking it up. I'm all done from inside. I'm gonna start it up and see how everything goes. Another benefit of the 85 is that it's cheap in our area, or cheaper. I'm sure it's a lot cheaper in the Midwest and stuff like that. So $289 for E85, and then if we go over here, it's $389 for the 91 pump gas that we get here. So the gas prices are pretty high in California right now. Luckily, it's cheaper in Sacramento than it is in the Bay Area, than it is in Los Angeles. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the most important part. The car made 703 wheel horsepower, 677 pound-feet of torque on the 85, or the 65% E85 mixture, and it made 619 horsepower and 608 pound-feet of torque on the 91 pump gas. So we made huge gains, guys. You have to think about it that a stock ZR1 puts down about 540 to 550 wheel horsepower. So we basically added 150 wheel horsepower on the 85 and about 75 or so, 65 to 75 horsepower on 91 pump gas. And it's a really conservative tune, meaning it's very safe. So I'm sure any other tuner maybe would have cranked it up a little bit more, but I'd rather it be on the safe side than be on the aggressive side. There's that backfire. So as you can see, we don't get much traction in first gear, but this road is a little dusty, so. But I mean, even on a clean road, I still don't think this car is gonna get any traction in first gear. Second gear hooks up pretty good, but it's gotta be warm out. If it's not better than 80 degrees out, then you're not getting any traction. So here's first gear at a roll. It's not gonna hook for anything. And there was second gear, and it was just fighting. The back end was kicking left and right. So that leads us to the next problem that we're gonna solve, and I'm sure you can figure that out. We're gonna get this car some more traction. Sorry guys, you guys weren't seeing my face there when I was talking the whole time. Hopefully you guys were able to hear what was going on, and you guys were able to actually get a feel for what the acceleration looked like as far as watching the tach there. We did go down to a Mexico road that's pretty close by. It takes about 10 minutes to get there. I just fast forwarded, you know. Anyway, I hope you guys stay tuned for the next couple videos that are gonna come. It's gonna be some action. We're gonna actually see what 700 horsepower is gonna look like in real life as far as the competition, so you get a better feel for how much gap that we're gonna put on some of the cars out there. I'm not saying this is the fastest thing on the street, obviously far from it. There's guys out there with 800, 900, 1,000 horsepower, 1,100, whatever it is. I wanted something that's going to be a little bit more fun, going to retain a lot of the factory characteristics. I didn't want something that was going to be full-time race car, only take it to the strip, only take it to the half-mile events. I want to be able to go to dinner with my wife. I want to be able to go to Costco because that's my favorite store, fill up the trunk with a bunch of stuff, take road trips with it, and not have to worry about anything, and just have a ton of power on tap still, and be able to, you know, put some space on the next guy that I run into Mexico here and there. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in and following it. I know it's been a while since the last video, and I'm sorry for that. Just things come up or whatever. I'm not doing this full time. This is just something on the side that I want to be able to share with you guys and other ZR1 enthusiasts. But yeah, so stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you guys always hitting that like button, hitting that play button. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want, share this video with other friends so they could get an idea of how badass ZR1s still are, and that they aren't swept under the rug yet just because the new one came out. So until the next one, guys, enjoy the ride.